In this video, I'm going to be replacing the driver's side camshaft position sensor. This is going to be in a Nissan 4.0 liter V6. Should be the same from about 2005 to 2015. So here is the part number for the camshaft position sensor on the driver's side. But sometimes these hoods don't open really high, and to get back in there is helpful if you prop the hood open a little more than the prop rod allows. So I just use a 2x4 and kind of wedged it down in there, stuck it into the hole of what's underneath the hood. So it's opened up about 8 inches higher, and it gives you a little more light and a little more room to work. I'm going to remove this engine cover. You don't have to, but it does make it a little easier, gives us a little easier access back to the sensor. Got two 10mm bolts right here. Then you're just going to lift up on this cover, pull that right off. Whenever you're working on your vehicles and you're installing sensors, it's always a good idea to remove the negative battery cable. These things are pretty sensitive, so just to avoid any kind of problems, just remove your negative battery cable. Alright, so at this point I'm going to show you where it is. This is your brake booster hose. You'll see this cable right here that goes to your coil pack right here. And then if you just move this cable out of the way, you'll see this one right here. And you'll see how there's a little green tab. That is the camshaft position sensor. So here's an up-close view of that sensor. It's pretty easily recognizable because of that green little push tab. Now just to give you a little more room and make this slightly easier, I'm going to disconnect that coil plug, and I'm going to zip tie this out of my way. I have my coil plug right here. It's zip tied right here. I've kind of got the brake booster hose tied in there too. And now the only cable is that camshaft position sensor right there. That's the only thing that's kind of in my way a little bit. But with all that stuff out of the way, I have a pretty big hand. I can put it right on there. And now it's going to be a little bit easier to get a ratchet or open end wrench on there and remove that 10mm bolt. Now I don't remove the connector right now. I remove the bolt, pull it out, and then remove the connector up here so you can actually get a hold of it and see it. A lot of other guys are removing the connector and having a difficult time doing it. Just pull the whole thing out and remove it when you can see it. So right now we're going to go ahead and loosen up that 10mm bolt and pull that right out. Now if you are having any trouble or you want to take a better look, just get a little mirror, stick that back in there, and that will help you as well. Just using a standard 10mm open end wrench. I've got the bent side towards the bolt and got it right loose, and then I'm just gonna spin it off with my fingers and pull it out. So just pull and twist and it will come out. Alright, so now that you have this out, it is much easier to take the harness off. So you see this green piece right here? A lot of people try to squeeze it and pull. That's not how you do it. You see how this is towards the back? So what you can do, take some needle nose pliers, just like this, squeeze that down, and it will actually eject your sensor right off of it. Before you install your new one, just double check that it looks exactly the same and exact same size. Now you see that O-ring right here on your new sensor? You're going to want to lubricate that with some good high quality O-ring grease. I have some squeezed on my finger. I'm going to run it around the O-ring, and then it's time for an install. O-ring grease on, and then go ahead and plug this in, and you'll see the green, you'll see this green section here slide to the back once you have it locked in place. Now you know that the sensor is locked in place. Now we can go ahead and install it back into the engine. It's easier to kind of feel that hole with your finger and then pop the sensor in and then push straight in, and you'll hear it kind of pop into place. And then I'm going to use a mirror to locate the screw hole. So you'll kind of stick a mirror back behind here like this, and then you can rotate it until you see the bolt hole line up, because you don't want to drop that bolt to put it in there. So you want to get that hole lined up perfectly and then install the bolt. Now we can go ahead and cut this zip tie. And then just bring that harness back around and plug that back into the coil. And you should hear it snap into place. Install the negative battery cable. Now we can reinstall the engine cover. Just kind of line up the holes and push down right here and right here, and we'll put the 2 bolts back in. Decided to prop open your hood a little higher, go ahead and remove whatever that was and close up the hood. And that's all there is to it, guys. I hope my method helps you out. You get the job done quickly and get your vehicle back on the road. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.